In the golden haze of California, a story unfolds, drenched in the surreal and macabre tale not just of a crime, but of a bizarre escape from the claws of justice.
On May 28, 2018, 26-year-old Chad Amelia was murdered by a woman he had met less than a month before.
This is the saga of Brian Spedger, a 32-year-old audiologist from Thousand Oaks, whose life, once a tapestry of benevolence, becomes shrouded in a cloud of suspicion. Let's dive into this strange odyssey where a seemingly ordinary weekend metamorphoses into a theater of the absurd. Memorial Day weekend 2018 marks a turning point in Speechier's life. Here she and Chad Amelia, her partner of a month and 26 years of age, become entwined in a chilling series of events. Speecher, propelled by what she claims is a cannabis-induced psychosis, inflicts a horrifying 100 stabs on Amelia, her violence extending even to her dog Araya and herself.
I feel the decision's completely unjust. I mean, there are people that get behind the wheel of a car and they've had too much to drink and they kill somebody. And when that happens, they spend time in jail. Well, this is really not much different than that, other than the act that she performed is way more heinous. I think the judge was extremely biased in the case. And I think that somebody needs to look into that. I don't know if it'll happen. The other thing that's really unfortunate is he has set a precedent in California where it appears to be okay to smoke marijuana and commit a violent crime, and you're only going to get probation. So I don't think it was right. I think that, you know, there was some time that should be served, but now there's no time that will be served. She's not going to learn from this experience. This is not going to make her think. She just got away with murder. I mean, if you really think about it, that's what happened. So,
as the wheels of justice begin to turn, they grind to a halt in a manner that baffles and outrages. In the hallowed halls of Ventura Superior Court, a sentence is decreed that seems to defy logic. A mere 100 hours of community service. The leniency of this verdict sends shockwaves, leaving Amelia's family in tears and the public in uproar. The implication, a precedent that seemingly equates marijuana usage with a license to. The defense, Speechier's claim of a psychotic break, her mind, allegedly untethered from reality by the potent strains of modern marijuana, paints a picture of a perpetrator as a victim of circumstance. But beneath this narrative, there lurks a shadow of doubt, a hint of a sinister narrative being spun. The courtroom becomes a stage for a drama where psychiatrists corroborate her story, yet the air is thick with skepticism.
We've been in a lot of pain for 5.5 years, but I will tell you that I am somewhat relieved that I don't have to come here anymore. This place is, it's not a place that I've come to and received justice. And, you know, that doesn't mean that I don't respect the work that Audrey and her team and Paul have done. I do. I greatly respect it. I think there's a level of sort of constraint that they've been put under when you review the actual language of these laws. They are way too pro-criminal, and that needs to change. And we can see it. I mean, in a lot of our cities across this country, there's way too much crime, and it's become almost acceptable, you know? And I don't accept it, but, you know, I appreciate the comments of her father. I really do. They were only, you know, he extended an olive branch, and as an attorney then just burned it up. That attorney, Bob Schwartz, has shown a lack of professionalism in this. He's shown a lack of respect for the dead, a lack of respect for my son, a lack of respect for my family. That's intolerable. I have no respect for that man as an attorney. If you look in the dictionary and look up the definition of scumbag attorney, there'll be a picture of his face there. Anyway, I'm sorry for that remark, but it is unreal. That guy is unreal. After his father, her father tries to make amends, he goes and then soils my son again. And the mother's the same way. The mother's the same as the attorney. She got up there and said, well, you know, she gets tricked easy. My son didn't trick her. She came to his house at 10:30 at night that evening. Okay? If she would have never shown up, he probably would have went to bed. So, I don't know. It's disgusting. It really is disgusting. I mean, I guess you can say that at the legislative level and the county supervisory level, they just don't have any respect for our lives. So, but I do. I have respect for people's lives, respect for myself and my family, and I hope to one day to be able to heal from this. And, you know, my focus moving forward is going to be to spend as much time as I can with my younger son. He has been through hell, as I have in the past 5.5 years. He's lost his mother. He's lost his brother. He's had to listen to people, you know, defame his brother's character. And at the same time, he has shown strength, resolve.
When the Ventura County sheriffs arrived, one man was dead and one female had to be rushed to the hospital. Deputies won't confirm how the man died or what the motive for his killing
was stabbed 108 times. 5.5 years later, they wanted to try this case for involuntary manslaughter.
In the aftermath, speechers vow to educate others about the dangers of marijuana-induced psychosis echoes with a hollow ring for some. It seems like a scripted line in a play where justice seems to have lost its way. The case raises unnerving questions about the accountability for one's actions and the potential for manipulation of a narrative. As this saga unfolds, it leaves us with a lingering, uneasy thought. In our rush to accept and normalize, have we turned a blind eye to potential darkness hidden in plain sight? In the story, Brian Switcher and Chad O'Melia, the lines between victim and villain blur, leaving us to ponder the real cost of overlooked dangers cloaked as societal progress.
Even from a very, very young age, he was somebody that was very social. Like even in his toddler years, he loved being around people. And that carried through his teens. And he was the type of person that if he was at a social gathering and he saw somebody that looked or appeared to be uncomfortable, he would talk to them and try to make them feel comfortable. He grew up playing football. You know, he played football for Hart High School and, you know, was in the Warrior football program and, you know, loved that. And I think he loved it more because of the group, the camaraderie, the friendships that were there.
Chad's father, Sean Amelia, expressed frustration with the Ventura County District Attorney's Office for their handling of the case.
We as a family feel like we were completely ambushed by these people. You know, I mean, I've never seen a group of people try to fight the opposition's fight as much as they did. We're in a place now that Audrey Knopfsinger, the deputy DA that's handling the case, she's gonna, by the action that she's taking, she's actually acquitting her of second-degree murder with no trial. Every time we've gone to court, they've asked for a continuance. Every time. We want 60 more days, 60 more days, 60 more days. If you just do the simple math on it, divide 5.5 years by 60 days, it'll tell you how many continuances they've asked for.
After more than 5 years of waiting, Chad's murder case is finally being brought before a jury on Wednesday, what should have been his 32nd birthday.
And let the people of Ventura County hear the evidence and make a decision, you know? And at least at that point, they're giving Chad a chance, they're giving our family a chance, they're giving his friends a chance. And, you know, the people here in the community that actually know him. Right now, they're not giving us a chance. Just prosecute the crime for what it is. It's a murder. Nobody's ever argued on the defense's side that she didn't take a human life.
All right, folks, and here are my final thoughts. I don't believe this family is getting justice. For some reason, I have a feeling that this woman and or her family has connections within the government in that town. Are they connected? Do they know the judge? If Bryn were black or someone from a low-income family, would they have gotten away with it? I strongly doubt it. Oftentimes, we even hear cops talking about the justice system is a joke. This is a very dangerous decision. People are going to think they can get away with crimes when they actually create victims. This wasn't her first time smoking. If she creates another victim in the future, I would say that the courts have blood on their hands as well. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. We'll be bringing you more news regarding law enforcement and the justice system. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.